Yo, do you know within 24 hours of a pure newborn baby being birthed to this earth, within 24 hours that baby's skin is pierced and we inject that baby with unknown chemicals, synthetic chemicals, man-made chemicals, chemicals that are made in a lab. We take that newborn pure baby and pierce its skin. Take a syringe, pierce his skin, and inject unknown chemicals directly into the baby's bloodstream. Now, the question I always think of is, because I don't have a baby, are they doing this in front of the parents? What does the mother and father think about piercing their brand new baby with a syringe full of chemicals they know nothing about? Do they even think about the chemicals that's being injected into their brand new baby? For my doctors, for my nurses, for my mothers, for my fathers, and even for the baby, since you're being injected, you can hear me. Do you know what you are injecting? Can doctor and nurse, more importantly, doctor and nurse, can you list every single ingredient in that syringe, in that concoction? Tell me how they were made, where they come from, and why am I injecting this directly into my bloodstream? Don't tell me about safe and effective. Tell me about each ingredient. Because according to Stanley Plotkin, okay, give me 1 second, man.
Do any of the vaccines on the childhood schedule contain monkey kidney cells?
Well, the polio vaccine does.
Are you aware of any simian, monkey, viruses, meaning viruses that come from primates, that contaminated polio vaccines and infected individuals receiving the polio vaccine?
Yes, SV40.
Okay. And what does SV40 stand for?
Simian virus 40.
Okay. And was it the 40th simian virus found? Is that
Yes.
why it's called? Are you aware of any virus from any animal other than simian or bovine that is in any vaccine?
Yes, there's a pig virus present in one of the rotavirus vaccines, circovirus.
Do any of the vaccines in the childhood vaccine schedule contain blood serum from calves or other bovines?
Calf serum is removed before the vaccine is used because you don't want to sensitize the vaccinee to cows.
What is this?
Vaccine excipient and media summary.
Can you go to Kinrix on the first page?
Yes.
DTaP IPV. Do you see in the third line down, it says calf serum? Do any vaccines on the childhood schedule contain embryonic guinea pig cell cultures?
Varicella vaccine was passaged in guinea pig cells.
Do you know if any vaccines contain cow's milk in it? Derived from cow's milk?
It could be, casein, for example, could be.
If there was casein in the vaccine, the child could become sensitized to that, correct?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
You're not sure anymore about that? Do any vaccines contain egg protein?
Oh, yes, influenza.
Do any vaccines contain gelatin from pigs?
Yes.
Do any vaccines in the childhood vaccine schedule contain human albumin?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. What is human albumin?
Human albumin is part of human serum. It's part of the blood that is liquid.
None of it remains in the final product.
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, because that could be problematic, right?
Well, it could be. I mean, if the individual is not healthy.
Or if maybe some of the human blood components bind to some of the aluminum and develop antibodies, self-antibodies, correct?
If they develop antibodies against a serum component, that would not be good.
Do any vaccines on the childhood vaccine schedule contain MRC5 human diploid cells?
Yes. Rubella, Varicella, hepatitis A.
What are MRC5 cells?
They are human fibroblast cell strain. They were created by taking fetal tissue and from a particular fetus that was aborted by maternal choice, and the cells, the so-called fibroblast cells, were cultivated.
Do any vaccines on the childhood vaccine schedule contain WI38 human diploid lung fibroblasts?
Well, they used to, but I don't think anything is made in those cells anymore.
If you could turn to page 3 for MMR and MMRV.
So as you can see, Dr. Stanley Plotkin, who is a well-recognized leading authority in the creation of vaccines, who helped develop and created many of the vaccines that we and our children take today, have admitted that you are being injected with aborted fetal tissues, animal blood, animal tissues, animal cells, monkey kidney cells, guinea pig cells, okay, SV40, and many other unknown chemicals, unknown dead tissues, unknown human DNA. You are injecting this directly into your bloodstreams and your baby's bloodstreams. Now it makes sense after you take your flu shot, after you take the vaccine, all of a sudden you're just feeling sick. All of a sudden you got a flu. All of a sudden you're coughing and sneezing, you got a headache, spitting out mucus, you sneezing out mucus. All of a sudden you break out in a rash. Now it makes total sense because you are injecting things in your blood that shouldn't be there. And your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is getting rid of it. That's why your ass is sick. Now you explain to me, mother, father, doctor, and nurse, how injecting human DNA in my body is going to make me any healthier. Explain to me how injecting guinea pig cells in my body is going to make me any healthier. Explain to me why there is monkey kidney cells in this vaccine and it's being injected into my body. Explain to me. Stanley Plotkin said it himself. You don't know who he is? Go Google the man. It came from his mouth, not mine, under oath. Right? So let's check this out by the CDC. The CDC says most kids get 28 doses by the age of 2 and about 54 by the age of 18. So by the time you are 18 years old, you are going to receive about 54 doses of various vaccines. 54. Now, if you receive all 54, may God be with you. And then, if you add the combination of vaccines, unknown chemicals, synthetic chemicals, which is 100% going to make you sick one way or another. You may not contribute it to the vaccine, but it will make you sick. It will make you weaker. It will make you predisposed to other illnesses. The combination of phones, which is constantly radiating us. We are constantly smothered in artificial light 24/7. Just look up at your light. It's artificial. It's blue lit. Look at your screen. Well, you're already looking at your screen. It's blue lit. These are the same lights that they use in the casino. Most of us do not spend enough time outside. A lot of us are eating processed food, dead food. A lot of us are not exercising enough. A lot of us are sitting all of the time in horrible posture. According to the CDC, more than half of America is either obese, on drugs, aka medication, aka pharmakeia, aka sorcery, magic, black magic at that, or dealing with one chronic illness or more. So more than half of the people you see on a daily basis are either obese, on drugs, or dealing with a chronic illness or more. Now, When you hear all of these things and you see the way the average person lives in America, do you seriously think this is an accident? You seriously think this is a coincidence? No, you're supposed to be sick. You're supposed to be fat. You're supposed to be on drugs. You're supposed to take synthetic chemicals. Your water is supposed to have fluoride in it. You're supposed to shower in chemicals. You're supposed to shower in fluoride. Of course, your food is supposed to have poison on it, chemicals on it. You can't wash it off. You're still going to eat it because you don't got no choice. Of course, there's heavy metals in the air that we're dropping all in the air. Of course, we're poisoning your air. Of course, we're doing that. Of course, everything that you buy and sell has to be taxed by us. Of course. Of course, every time you get your paycheck, we got to take 25 to 30% of your paycheck, and there's going to be no questions asked. There's going to be no resistance. Of course, when you so-called buy your home, you still got to pay as property tax. Of course. And of course, you don't think this way because you're too busy stuck in your body. You're too busy eating food that's clogging your body. How do you expect to see the world with your real eyes when your real eyes are being covered and smothered daily? How do you expect to be able to breathe pure air when your nose is clogged up with gunk that you put in your body on a daily basis? Explain that to me. Everything that's happening is not happening on accident. And all you have to do is just sit down and just start picking up dots. Just start researching things. And I'm telling you, over time, because it's not going to happen overnight. This took me years. You're going to start connecting these dots and everything is going to make sense. You're going to realize your whole life is constructed to deprive you. All of this money being printed. The money is being printed with no restrictions, people. This almighty dollar is nothing but a piece of paper that doesn't exist in nature. It is there to control you, to keep you chasing it. And we're going to give you just enough so you can eat just a little bit, but you still got to come back to work every day, even when you don't want to. And when you do get a check, you know that we need that. Give me that. I call it extortion, just like the mafia. The mafia will go to stores, will go to businesses, will go to companies, will go to individuals that they know that's getting money. You selling drugs. If you getting money any way possible, legal or illegal, we're coming to your house. We're coming to your place. We're coming to you, big bad boys, and we're telling you this. Is either you're going to give me some of this or I'm going to take it. Make your choice. That's what the government does to you every day. And they smile because you're smiling. Because you give it up freely. The government loves the fact that the strongest men are in jail, working for them for free. The government loves the fact that the strongest men are too busy playing games like football, baseball, and basketball. And the strong men that are now on the field, they're too busy watching the game. Right now, today is Sunday. The Ravens are playing. And I'm seeing people dressed up in outfits like tribal men. I'm seeing people on the television, aka tell you a vision, all postured up on the camera like these, all serious, dressed in paint. All that passion and vigor. While children are being injected with unknown chemicals, aka vaccines in the name of health. You go to the doctor and you leave with a box, a handful of medication. Yet you're too busy putting juice in a mattress. You're too busy partying at night. You're too busy drinking and smoking. You're too busy looking at artificial light, scrolling through TikTok, ain't consuming nothing. You're not even processing what you watching. You're too busy playing a game looking at artificial light. Now you wonder why all the young men don't got no ambition. Why they're weak, why testosterone is dropping. Why the women are infertile, why the women and men don't even want to have babies. They're not even having sex anymore. They're not even... There's men who don't even want to have sex anymore. There's women who don't even want to have sex anymore. They don't want to make babies. They don't want to make life anymore. This is the world that you live in. Do you seriously think, when you hear all this, do you think this is just happening on accident? You think God had created this earth to be like this? No, God didn't make the mistake. It's man making the mistake. And you see, what you need to understand is that the people at the top, they truly are intelligent. It's just that they're using their knowledge for evil. Because they can be taking that same intelligence, that same knowledge, and use it for our benefit. Every time that I step outside, I see all of these trees. I love the trees. But why don't we have fruit trees everywhere? Why don't we have vegetable trees everywhere? Why don't we have leafy greens everywhere? To where I can step out of my house and instead of walking on concrete, getting in my car, expending gas, expending time, walking in the grocery store, stepping on that concrete, walking to the grocery store, buying avocados that came all the way from El Salvador, all the way from Mexico, just to have to sit in my house, wait for it to ripen in a few days, finally bust it open, eat it. It don't even taste as good, so I gotta throw some herbs on it. Just to finally eat it, feel good, and have to go to the store and repeat that process again. Why do I have to walk in the store when this avocado came from Mother Nature? Why don't I have an avocado tree in front of my house? Why isn't there avocado trees everywhere? Why isn't there banana trees everywhere? Why isn't there berries growing in the backyard, being born in side cuts and alleys in the park? You feel thirsty, no need to grab water. You got an apple tree right there for the free skis. This is basic stuff. Instead of them dropping heavy metals on our head, how about you drop nothing? And if you want to drop something, how about you drop some, let me think of something nice. Hold on, let me think of something nice. Somebody calling me, 1 second. Let me think of something nice. What's that? How about you drop some water sprinkled in with cinnamon? Ooh, the air will smell so good with a little bit of cinnamon in the air. Put a little bit of lemon in there and just drop it on us sometimes to make us feel good. We're going to come outside breathing the air. It's going to smell so fresh. It got everybody so happy. We don't even know why. Instead, they want to drop heavy metals in your head. Instead, they want to put 5G towers everywhere, making your phone even stronger, making the radiation even stronger. Now you got hip pain. You don't even know why. Now you got a headache. You don't even know why. It's called silent weapons for silent wars. Why come and stab you on your back? Why make everything sloppy? Why cause noise when I can poison you through your food, water, air, and your phone that you keep on your body 24/7 that's radiating you 24/7? You can't stay away from it. We love that you're on TikTok. We love that you're on Instagram. We love that you're on the internet because we know when you're on the internet, you ain't watching nothing up to uplift you. You're only watching things to bring your frequency down, to bring your energy down. And plus you're dying. Slowly. You ain't even know it. I said, this is the same artificial light that they use in the casino. When you walk in the casino, the same way you walk in your house. Not totally, but the same way you walk in your house. You're bombarded by artificial light. Blue light. Go research it. It has so many negative effects, man. It shouldn't be anywhere near us. At least not like this 24/7. And then you have pretty women walking around with water and alcohol. And then, of course, we got money in the air. We all know we love money. So we start getting that adrenaline rush from the gambling. And then, of course, when you look up, you can't see outside because they block out the windows. And who knows what other tricks they using in there, man. The proof is in front of us. But they keep us so distracted, so dumbed down, so full of shit, we can't see the shit right in front of us. We cannot see the deception in front of us because we don't care or we just don't have the strength to care. We're just too stuck in our lower nature. I want to think with the head that's all the way below the waist. I don't want to think with this head. I want to think with my stomach. I want to think with my gut. I know this food is not too good for me, but I feel good when I eat it. And even though as soon as I eat it, within 30 minutes, I'm ready to go to sleep. This is the life that you live. And I think, okay, adults, they can make decisions for themselves. but the kids can't. So the kids do monkey see, monkey do. Whatever we do, they do. Your child see you eating that dirty ass hamburger, eventually he gonna eat that dirty ass hamburger. Your child see you smoking and drinking, eventually your child gonna start smoking and drinking. Monkey see, monkey do. So it's not a coincidence why half of America is obese, on drugs or medication, or dealing with one chronic illness or another. Because these adults at one point were babies and children. What happened to them? So maybe one of these days, just sit down and just start thinking about these things, man. And try to make sense of it. Try to make sense of it. You won't be able to make sense of it. You're gonna come to the conclusion that I came to about 2 years ago. This whole system is built to deprive you. We need to keep you entertained, distracted, and working. Because if you're not working, how am I supposed to be rich? I don't want to do the dirty work. I don't want to make my own shoes. I don't want to grow fruits and vegetables. I don't want to do no real work. I want you to do it. And you're going to thank me for making you work like a dog. You're going to praise me for making you work like a dog. You're going to pay me for making you work like a dog. And by the time you realize what's really happening, it's already going to be too late. Example, Stargate project, a $500 billion project brought to you by Donald Trump, your president, and all his tech billionaires. They are building AI infrastructure all across America. Big data centers. And these data centers are going to have all of your information in one central location. Your finances, your medical bills, the information you upload to iCloud or the Drive, your license plates, your driver's license, Social Security. Everything about you is going to be in one place. They're going to install, which they're already doing, cameras in every location. You cannot go outside without being seen. Have you not been seeing those big black squares outside on them poles, them big long poles? Those are flock cameras, if I'm not mistaken. And these cameras are taking a picture of your license plates. These cameras are tracking you wherever they can see you. Go do your research. Your local police department probably is using it against you. And you see, technology keeps growing and growing. And this means we have to keep growing and growing. But you see, they understand you won't be able to keep up with it because there's so much going on at once. You won't simply be able to keep up with it. So this is why I say you just got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is all about control. Control, control, control. We need to do everything possible to control you. And they will continue to enslave us all if people continue to deny the truth. If people can continue to live in ignorance. As long as we can do that, as long as we continue doing that on a massive scale, you're a slave and your children will be slaves. Because there's no way out if we do not unify.